Oh, okay. Step aside, SEC. This is not your weekend to shine. Although the conference will return to the spotlight over the next 2 weeks, the customary late break has arrived for many SEC teams. Texas A&M and Alabama play FCS teams, for example, while Georgia hosts Charlotte. Instead, Week 13 is largely about the ACC and the Big 12. Pitt travels to Georgia Tech for a clash of programs with one-loss ACC records. And SMU is aiming to stay in the conference title hunt as Louisville comes to town. BYU, meanwhile, heads to Cincinnati in a critical Big 12 game. Throw in USC's trip to Oregon with college football playoff implications, and this slate is set to offer a big platform to a few underlying non-SEC storylines. Hey there, welcome everybody to the Week 13 edition of TXN Sports World College Football Thursday. I am your host, Anthony Florio, joined as always by good old MF Michael Fletcher and Michael Bullock. 19 games on the docket. So with that being said, let's not waste any more time. Let's dive right on in. We have 4 12 noon games, and we're going to start it off with the number one team in all the land, the number one reigning, defending, undisputed college football playoff national champions, the Ohio State Buckeyes, at home at Ohio Stadium in the Horseshoe in Columbus against the Scarlet Knights of Rutgers. This is big noon Saturday on Fox, and we already know who's working this. Gus Johnson, Joel Klatt, and the All-American girl Jenny Taft. Ohio State opening up as a 32.5-point favorite. So let's dive right on in here, guys. Rutgers actually has a decent offense, but a defense surrendering almost 35 points a game in Big Ten action is awfully problematic. Anything other than an Ohio State blowout would be surprising. Easy one here. One of the locks of the week, Ohio State all over Rutgers. 48-10. Ohio State takes it to Rutgers. Not much more to say. MF, Michael Fletcher, come on in. Another week of college football Thursday, week 13. We started off with the number one team in all the land, Ohio State, with an easy one against Rutgers, 32.5-point favorites.
Yeah, no, this is totally in agreement here. I really feel like Ohio State should handle their business. They should win this game. And yeah, there's really nothing more to say. So, Michael Bullock, is yours.
Yeah, I got to go with Ohio State as well. They should have an easy win because the thing is, they can't look ahead. I mean, because they need to take care of business because Fletch, you know what's ahead for next week. All it is just another version of what we call the game. Ohio State, Michigan. I mean, Ohio State can't look ahead to this one because a game like that could literally maybe make this game close if they not only look ahead but take Rutgers lightly. So they just got to take care of their business, do what they're supposed to do, and then they can focus on the game. So I think they'll do that. They'll handle their business. So nothing more to say. Let's move on to the next game, Florio.
I think we can consider this next game the lock of the week right here. 12 noon on SEC Network Plus. The number 3 Texas A&M Aggies at home against the Bulldogs of Samford. It will be Clay Matvick and Chase Daniel on the call. No spread. You got to imagine A&M is a very sizable favorite. So MF, lock of the week right here.
Yeah, lock of the week. But I got to say, man, A&M, man, you were lucky. I don't know what to even say. You absolutely pissed the bed in the first half of the game, only to wake up and dominate it in the second half because South Carolina literally kicked the door down, made themselves at home, and almost ran you boys out of your own house. But it wasn't until you guys finally woke up in the second half to win the game and survive that big win. But, man, I'm going to say, man, this was shocking to say the very least how this was playing out. But a big win for them, no doubt about it. But good Lord, it's a good thing that they got this game this week and that they got a better opportunity because, man alive, if they would have had a more tougher opponent, I'd probably be yelling upset alert right now. So, yeah, they'll win it easily. Nothing more to say. Michael Bullock, it's yours.
Oh, yeah, I think, Texas A&M is definitely going to handle their business because, yeah, it's a good thing they woke up in that second half last week, because if they did that thing again, I mean, South Carolina would have pulled off the upset. And yeah, I think Texas A&M is. I mean, yes, they're happy with the victory, but I'm pretty damn sure they're not happy with the way it turned out, because it never should have gotten to that point. It never should have. So I think they'll take it out on Stanford and have an easy win. And like Fletch said, if they were playing like a ranked team, I would have called for an upset. So, but this will be an easy win for them. It's yours, Florio.
Earlier this season, Stanford lost 42-7 at Baylor. This is about as stereotypical a lower division cupcake game as possible, though a victory will all but officially lock up Texas A&M's spot in the college football playoff. A&M, lock of the week here, 56-7. I got A&M all over Stanford. All right. We move on to, well, we don't have many exciting games this week, but this is actually one of the few exciting ones. I could go as far as to call this the number 2 game of the week if I wanted to. 12 noon on ABC, the number 8 Oklahoma Sooners at home against the number 22 Missouri Tigers. This from Norman, Oklahoma. By the way, the A&M game, of course, at Kyle Field in College Station. This right here, the Gaylord family, Oklahoma Memorial Stadium in Norman. This is on ABC. You got Sean McDonough, Greg McElroy, and Molly McGrath on the call. And Oklahoma opening up as a 7-point favorite. Michael Bullock, started with you. Number 2 game of the week. Number 8 Oklahoma at home against number 22 Missouri. Oklahoma looking to keep some big-time momentum going after that huge win in Tuscaloosa last week.
Yeah, it was a huge win for them over the Crimson Tide, and yeah, I do think they're going to continue the momentum, and yeah, I think but the thing is, I mean, yeah, Missouri, I think they're a good team, so they need to take them seriously. So if they have any let-ups and they just continue to focus on this one, I think they should be able to win it. I mean, Missouri's going to make it close, but I think Oklahoma will take care of their business and hold on to their spot in the college football playoff. So I got Oklahoma winning this one. It's yours, Florio.
I'm going with Oklahoma as well. Now, when it comes to Missouri, if their quarterback, Bo Pribula, with an ankle injury, returns as hoped for Missouri, this should be a competitive game. But no matter who's behind center, a road upset for Missouri is unlikely because of Oklahoma, because of how well Oklahoma's defense has played this season. Oklahoma wins. I'm going to say 27-19. I'm going to go with Oklahoma, Boomer Sooner, to defeat Missouri and keep that momentum going. And MF, Oklahoma, huge win in Tuscaloosa. Can they keep that momentum against Missouri at home?
You hope. You definitely hope that they can be able to do it. You hope that they can continue to make that run. And right now, they've been living up to the hype. They've been living up to the hype and everything that's been going on. We'll see how it plays out, but I got Oklahoma, and I think they'll win this game. So yeah, really nothing more to add. Anthony, it's yours.
The final 12 noon game. This will be over on ESPN, and it's the number 13 Miami Hurricanes on the road against the Virginia Tech Hokies, Lane Stadium, Blacksburg, Virginia. Bob Wischusen, Louis Riddick, and Chris Budden will be on the call. And the U opening up as a 17.5-point favorite. I feel good about this one. 2+ weeks removed from the overtime loss at SMU, Miami's profile is starting to rebound in the national eye. In short, what a waste it would be for the Canes to implode at Virginia Tech. Even though key defender Keontae Scott with a foot is now sidelined, Miami's thorny unit should own this matchup. I'm going with Miami to win this game. I got the U winning it. My final score, 31-20. I got the U, Miami, over Virginia Tech. MF, your thoughts?
Yeah, and believe it or not, there is a scenario where Miami can still get into the ACC championship game. They're going to need some help, obviously, But if they win their games out, and then they're going to need SMU to lose one, they're going to need, I believe, Georgia Tech, or they're going to need Wake Forest to lose a game. And then there's a couple of other teams that needs to lose one game along the way. If they do that, they're playing for the ACC title in Charlotte. So, and right now, they're number 13. They are literally on the outside looking in on the college football playoff. So obviously Miami has a lot to look forward to now, and that real confidence boost is real. So I think Miami is going to win this game now that they know that, hey, if one of these 12 teams drop, we're getting back in. So let's see how it plays out. So give me Miami to win, and Bullock, it's yours.
Yeah, I think Miami definitely should win this one, and yeah, like you said, those scenarios, I mean, could happen if they want to still have a shot at the ACC championship, and of course keep their, keep their hopes alive for hopefully a spot in the college football playoff. So they got to win out their games and then hopefully get some help. So we'll see what happens. So Miami wins. It's yours, Florio.
All right, guys, we move on to a 12:45 kickoff. This is another one of those dud games. This is, well, you can basically call this another one of the locks of the week right here. 12:45 on the SEC network. We have the number 4 Maine and Georgia Bulldogs at home at Sanford Stadium in the Hedges in Athens, hosting the 49ers of Charlotte. SEC Network will have it. Taylor Zarzar, Matt Stinchcomb, and Alyssa Lang. Georgia opening up as a 43.5-point favorite. There's nothing left for me to say except MF, go dogs, sick 'em.
Yeah, it is definitely going to be go dogs. I think they're going to win this game. They should win this pretty comfortably as well. Really nothing more to add. So, Michael Bullock, it is yours.
Yeah, it's going to be feeding time for Uga and the Georgia Bulldogs. Yeah, it's going to be it's going to be a delicious squash for the Georgia Bulldogs. So give me the Maine and Georgia Bulldogs to win this one rather handily. So it's yours, Florio.
Now I want all you viewers to keep in mind we are not at any way, shape, or form trying to be disrespectful to struggling teams, but there's not much to discuss. Charlotte has not defeated an FBS opponent all season. It would take an absolute miracle for the 49ers to slow down Georgia. I got Georgia winning. I got them winning comfortably, 49-6, and another one of the locks of the week. We have a 2:00 kickoff here, and guess what, guys? Another such game right here. The now number 10 Alabama Crimson Tide, and what a time for them to get a get-right game. They're welcoming the Panthers of Eastern Illinois. This is another SEC Network Plus game. We got Jay Alter and Rocky Boyman on the call. No spread. You got to imagine Bama's going to be a very sizable favorite. And Michael Bullock, as we started off with you here, there's nothing left to say except what a great time for Alabama to get a get-right game after that gut-wrenching loss to Oklahoma.
Yeah, this is the kind of game that you need as a bounce back or a get-right game, as you said. And after Alabama lost a very tough one to Oklahoma, so yeah, it's going to be roll tide roll all day long. So give me Alabama. It's yours, Florio.
Here's a Tony fun fact of the day. Eastern Illinois, college football, where Tony Romo and Jimmy Garoppolo played their college ball. Again, not much to discuss. Roll tide, Bama rolls. They're, as MF would always say, they're going to come with the tiki torches and the pitchforks and then some after they got embarrassed. And, well, not really embarrassed. They just had a tough luck loss. That's all. To Oklahoma. 56-3. Another lock of the week. So nothing more to say. MF, roll tide, get right game, and what a time for them to have one.
Yeah, good time to have a lock of the week game, and they're gonna need it because the Iron Bowl's right behind that. So,
Mm.
this is gonna be an easy win for them, no doubt about it. Alabama will definitely exercise the demons, as they would say, after what happened last week to them, and now we're just gonna have to wait and see how it plays out. So, yeah, give me Bama to win this one, Anthony. Let's go on to the 3:30s.
Yes, it is 3:30. We got four of them, and we're gonna start it off, guys, for the game that for all intents and purposes, I am calling this the game of the week, and it's from your conference, boys, the Big Ten. Oh, by the way, I'm gonna make it even sweeter. It's the Big Ten on CBS as well. Here it is, the number 7 Oregon Ducks at home, Autzen Stadium, Eugene. And who's coming to town? USC. The USC Trojans, the number 15 USC Trojans. Big Ten on CBS. You know who it is. Brad Nessler, Gary Danielson, Jenny Dell. And Oregon is opening up as a 10-point favorite. So I believe I'll be leading off the game of the week. So here we go. Against its best competition this season, Oregon has been generally inefficient on offense. That leaves a thin margin for error in a showdown with USC. The good news for Oregon is the secondary, one allowing a nation-low 5.1 yards per attempt, is built to limit a talented USC offense. Going to be a great game, close game, but I got Oregon pulling it out at the end. 31-26, give me Oregon to defeat USC. And without a doubt, the game of the week. So Oregon wins. So MF, number 15, USC at number 7, Oregon. The game of the week, Big Ten on CBS.
Game of the week, me and Bullock will have it. We'll both be in Eugene for this one. And yeah, I totally agree. This is gonna be that kind of a matchup. Look, they've had their moments where they've been very good, but Oregon has also had some great moments as well. Offensively, both teams are really good. Passing wise, actually USC is better through the air. Normally it's the run attack that makes Oregon so good in the game. It is going to be a high scoring affair. Both teams normally average over 39 points per game. Oregon does 39 points. USC does 38 points. Defensively, this is where Oregon's going to be better because Oregon is the second best team in the country when it comes to giving up passing yards. They normally average, listen to this, Anthony, 117 yards per game.
Wow.
That's Oregon. Oregon is that good. And they are the third best team in the country in surrendering total yards. They normally only give up an average of 235 yards per game, and their scoring defense is 13. They only give up 14 points per game. That's how good Oregon is. This is a team that you don't want to face off with. You're in Eugene. This is the matchup for Oregon. Perfect moment to have it. Oregon wins. Bullock, it's yours.
Yeah, I mean, this is a big one here for both sides. I mean, Oregon, obviously, they want to continue to hopefully somehow try to get in. I mean, obviously to hold on to their spot in the college football playoff, while USC, they need wins and obviously need help too if they want to somehow get in. Like you said, both teams are good offensively, but I just think Oregon's the superior team. I mean, I think USC will definitely make it close, but at the end, Oregon's going to make enough plays to win this. So I'm going to go with the Oregon Ducks to win this one. So it's yours, Florio.
Next up on the 3:30 menu, we have my team, the number 9 Notre Dame Fighting Irish, home regular season home finale at Notre Dame Stadium, Senior Day. NBC welcoming the Syracuse Orange. Dan Hicks, Jason Garrett, Dora Stevenson on the call, and Notre Dame opening up as a 35.5-point favorite. Michael Bullock, do you remember when Notre Dame started 0-2? I don't.
I certainly don't remember. I mean, it feels like it's a distant memory now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this is different from what we saw from the first two games of the season. I mean, when they went 0-2, I mean, we were like, could this be a hard times year for them? Which part of me felt like it was hard to believe, but they've been playing a lot better, and I do expect that momentum to continue for your team. So give me the Fighting Irish to win this one, and I think they'll win this one rather handily. So it's yours.
MF, that friend of yours on the Discord, I hope she's covering her ears right now because she's not gonna like what I'm about to say here. The ugly truth is Syracuse has not scored more than 16 points in 6 straight losses. Unless the Orange pull out their best defensive performance of the year on the heels of ceding 6.8 yards a snap in the last 3, Notre Dame should win running away, literally, with their superstar running back who I believe should be in the Heisman Trophy conversation, Jeremiah Love. So, not much more to say. I'm sorry to your friend MF, but I gotta tell her like it is. It's my team. Notre Dame's been on a major roll right now. And you want to talk about a team that you don't want to see in the college football playoff? This is that team. I'm telling you. You do not want to see Notre Dame come next month when we start the college football playoff. Notre Dame will send the home crowd, the crowd home happy one last time this season, unless God forbid they somehow get a home game in the first round like they did last year. But we'll see what happens. We still got a month to go, or a couple of weeks, right? About 2 or 3 more weeks, rather. So, but Notre Dame wins on Senior Day, 42-14. Notre Dame all over Syracuse. Nothing more to say. MF, Syracuse, Notre Dame, number 9, 35.5-point spread for Notre Dame. Can you believe this? I still can't get over the fact this team started 0-2, and here they are. 2 games left, both winnable, starting here with Syracuse. And, man, like I said, if there's a team you don't want to see in the playoff come playoff time, this is that team with all due respect.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it in my mind. Yeah, you're absolutely right. This was shocking to say earlier in the year when Notre Dame kind of almost fell apart, I want to say. Because that was at the very beginning of the season. A lot of people were like, what is going on with the Irish? Why, what is going on? Are they struggling? What's going on? What's the deal? And at the end of the day, they just ran into some bad teams and some unfortunate moments, and it's been a real struggle for them. It's not that they've done anything wrong. It's just, sometimes there's been games where they've been better than others, and there's been moments where, it just hasn't been their day. And you look, Syracuse had very high hopes earlier in the year, and they did. But their starting quarterback tore his ACL, and that's what started the 6-game slide. Ever since that injury, the team was never the same. So, yeah, if their quarterback was a lot more healthier, this game would be a lot more closer than 35.5. I will say that. So, but at the end of the day, I'm with you guys. Notre Dame should win this, and nothing more to say. Florio, back to you.
All righty. Let's see. Next up, we have the number 14 Vanderbilt Commodores at home at I believe it's the First Bank Stadium. Is that correct? Yes. First Bank Stadium in Nashville, welcoming the Kentucky Wildcats to town. This will be over on ESPN, and it will be Mark Jones, Roddy Jones, and Quint Kessenich. They will be there. And Vanderbilt opening up as an 8.5-point favorite. Kentucky has found a spark in November, rattling off victories over Auburn, Florida, and then unbeaten FCS team Tennessee Tech, or FCS team Tennessee Tech. But a trip to Vanderbilt is a different level of competition. Vanderbilt has a chance to finish its season with a perfect 7-0 record at home. And I think they're going to do just that. I got Vanderbilt winning this game. My final score, it's going to be 27-16. Give me Vanderbilt to finish the home schedule undefeated. Perfect, 7-0. So not much more to say. MF, your thoughts?
Yeah, no doubt about it. I truly believe that, you said it. I think Vandy is going to be the team. They've been good all year long. There's been some moments where they've been better than others. Give me Vanderbilt to win this one. It's going to be a close game. It's going to be an interesting one, but I got Vandy winning, so nothing more to say. Michael Bullock, it's yours.
Yeah, I'm going with Vanderbilt to win this one. I mean, Kentucky will make it interesting at the beginning, but I think at the end, Vanderbilt will pull away and should have no problem. So give me Vanderbilt to win. So let's move on to the next game.
Our next 3:30 game from the DKR Texas Memorial Stadium in Austin. It's the number 17 Texas Longhorns at home against the Arkansas Razorbacks. This game will be over on ABC. The voice of Monday Night Raw, Joe Tessitore, Jesse Palmer, and Katie George. Texas opening up as a 9-point favorite. So, MF, Texas took one on the chin against Georgia last week, but they're at home. They got Arkansas coming in. Your thoughts?
Yeah, look, when it comes to this matchup, Anthony, you got to feel like Texas is going to win. Now, I know a lot of people are really crushing on Texas because of what happened last week, no doubt. But I feel like Texas is going to rebound. They're going to get a win. It's going to be tough because Arkansas has been known to play teams very tough. So it's not going to be an easy victory, but I do believe that, they're going to make things a little interesting, to say the very least. Nothing more to say. Give me Texas to win. Michael Bullock, it's yours.
Yeah, I got Texas winning this one. I think this is going to be. I think it's going to be close at the beginning, but like you said, I think Texas will definitely pull away. I mean, especially after a game the game they had last week. So, give me the Longhorns to win this. So it's yours, Florio.
During an 8-game losing streak, Arkansas has played 6 one-possession games and squandered a fourth-quarter lead in another. This absolutely has uncomfortable potential for Texas. But nevertheless, the Hogs keep finding ways to lose. So I'm going with Texas, but it's going to be close, like MF said. 30-24, give me Texas to hold off a very scrappy Arkansas team. So not really much more to say there. So okay, so we move on now to our next matchup. And I think that's the end of our 3:30 games here, guys.
Yep.
Yeah, I think we covered all of them. So we can move on now to our 3:45 kickoff. The number 24 Tulane Green Wave on the road against the Temple Owls, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia. And this game's going to be over on ESPN University with a very interesting announced team that I don't think I've ever called before. Chucky Kempf and Darius Walker will be the announcers for this game, and Tulane opening up as a 9.5-point favorite. So I think this one goes to me.
It's me,
right? Yeah, I think I start this one.
No, I think it's me.
Oh, Bullock. Okay. All right. Yeah. MF just started it. So, all right. Yep. All right. Bullock, 3:45 ESPN University, number 24 Tulane on the road against Temple at Lincoln Financial Field.
Yeah, I mean, I think this should be a good one here. I mean, but I think at the end of the day, I think Tulane will definitely pull away and get a win here. So give me Tulane to win this. So it's yours.
Yeah. I don't really have much notes to go off of on this one. So Temple could make it interesting, but I got to go with Tulane here. Tulane looking good when it comes to that group of 5 spot for the college football playoff. They're in a good position for that right now. So I'm gonna go with Tulane. Give me Tulane, 33-21. So MF, your thoughts?
Agreed. I think Tulane's going to win the game. It's going to be a little difficult, but I got them winning this one. Nothing more to add, Anthony. So let's just move right on along.
It's not often I say this, guys, but we got 3 4 o'clock games here. 3. It's not often we get 4 o'clock games here, but we got 3 of them. How about that? So started off with the number 12 Utah Utes at home at Rice Eccles Stadium in Salt Lake City, hosting the Kansas State Wildcats over on ESPN2. Dave Fleming, Brock Osweiler, Stormy Buonantony. Utah opening up as a 17.5-point favorite. So I am gonna go with okay, I misread it. I'm sorry. All season long, Kansas State has been a metaphorical box of mysteries. It would be perfectly K-State to somehow spring a road upset on a red-hot Utah squad, but I'm not projecting that at all. No. I got Utah winning this one. I got them winning comfortably, 34-14. Give me Utah over Kansas State, MF.
Yeah, I also am totally in an agreement here. I got Utah winning this one as well. Close game, but well, not really close, but they're just going to get the job done. So nothing more to say. Michael Bullock, it's yours.
Yeah, I definitely see Utah winning this one. Rather, I mean, they should be able to handle their business here. So I'm gonna go with the Utah to win this. So, let's move on.
All right, boys, here we go. Here you go. It's your team. The number 18 Michigan Wolverines on the road against the Maryland Terrapins from SECU Stadium. And, SECU Stadium. Big Ten Network is where you can find this game. And on the call for that one will be Jeff Levering, Jake Butt, and Brooke Fletcher. And Michigan opening up as a 14-point favorite. So, MF, one last warm-up for Michigan before the big one next week.
Yeah, it is going to be one last warm up. I do believe Michigan should get the job done. We just gotta play 4 quarters. You know, there's been some games where Michigan's looked really, really good, and then last week, and I'm going to openly admit it, Anthony, that was a struggle last week for Michigan against Northwestern. That game was all. I mean, yeah, it was all. That game was insane.
Last second field goal at Wrigley Field.
Yeah. So at the end, I do believe Michigan should get the job done. They should win it, but they gotta just play within themselves. If they play focus, if they play within themselves, they'll win the game pretty comfortably. But nothing more to say. So Michael Bullock, it's yours.
Yeah, I'm with you. I got to go with Michigan as well. I mean, it was just too close for comfort last week. That they needed a field goal to win the game over Northwestern. So they just got to focus and handle their business before the game next week. So give me the Michigan Wolverines to win this. So it's yours.
The buzz around Maryland's hot start has vanished with 6 straight losses. I hate to be honest with you guys, but I gotta be. Michigan has not really been particularly impressive. But a resilient rushing attack and quality defense should be enough to help the Wolverines squeak past another Big Ten foe. Maryland's going to make it tough on you guys. But I do believe Michigan should do just enough to pull it out. I'm going to go 26-21. Give me Michigan to defeat Maryland. And then, of course, the big one next week against Ohio State. One other 4 o'clock game, we have the number 23 Houston Cougars at home at TDECU Stadium. And they're going to be hosting the Horned Frogs of TCU. And you can find this game over on Fox with Tim Brando, Devin Gardner, and Josh Sims. And believe it or not, Houston, with the lowest spread of the week, Houston's only a 1.5 point favorite here, guys. So it's a 1.5 point spread for Houston. So not much more to say. Michael Bullock, started with you. We have number 23 Houston at home against TCU at 4 o'clock on Fox, and Houston only opening up as a 1.5 point favorite, the lowest of the week. So Bullock, let's get your thoughts on number 23 Houston at home against TCU. Bullock, are you there?
Oh, I forgot to unmute my mic. So
yeah,
I gotta go with Houston. I mean, TCU is definitely gonna make this close. They're gonna keep it close all the way throughout the game, but eventually, I think Houston will pull this one out. So give me Houston to win it. So it's yours.
Yeah. I think this is another one of those games where I don't really have a full preview for it, but I got to go with the Cougars. Even though they should be on upset alert, they're only a 1.5 point favorite. So, and TCU, you never know with them. Here's a team that, just a few short years ago, this team was playing for the national championship, even though it ended up being the most lopsided championship game in history. So, needless to say. So, but I'm going to go with Houston, the Houston Cougars, 27-24. Not much more to say. MF, Houston, the lowest spread of the week, only 1.5.
Yeah, lowest spread of the week, but I'm in total agreement with you guys as well. I think Houston's going to win this game as well. There's really not much more for us to say here. So, Anthony, it's back to you, my friend.
And I believe we have 5 games left. Yes, we do. We have only one 7 o'clock game, but it's a good one, though. This one's over on ESPN from Bobby Dodd Stadium at Hyundai Field in Atlanta. We have the number 16 Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets at home against the Pittsburgh Panthers. This is over on ESPN. And on the call for that one, it will be Dave Patch, Dusty Dvoracek, and Taylor McGregor. And here's another low spread. Georgia Tech opening up as only a 2.5 point favorite. So it's only 2.5 for Georgia Tech. So let's get into this one. Georgia Tech has pulled off a few escapes lately, but returning home should be a welcome boost for the Yellow Jackets, since the defense has struggled to shut down opposing passing games. Expect Pitt to keep it a fight, though. I think Pittsburgh's going to play a lot better than they did against Notre Dame, but I do believe Georgia Tech will eke it out here. High-scoring game. I'm going to say 34-30. Give me Georgia Tech to hold off Pittsburgh. So not much more to say. MF, Georgia Tech at home against Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh looking to bounce back after they got embarrassed at home by Notre Dame.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Looking like a bounce back, but I don't think it's gonna happen. I don't see the bounce back here. So give me G Tech, Georgia Tech to win the game. Really nothing more to add. So Michael Bullock, it is yours.
Yeah, I don't see a bounce back here for Pittsburgh here. I mean, I think Georgia Tech is really going to take advantage of what happened last week. So give me Georgia Tech to win this. So it's yours, Florio.
Okay, we have 4 games left, 2 7:30 games. We'll start it off with the Saturday. Well, this is not really the Saturday night game of the week, if you think about it. But it is what it is anyway. The number 20 Tennessee Volunteers on the road against the Florida Gators, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium in Gainesville, the Swamp, if you will. And believe it or not, it's going to be the A team. It's going to be Chris Fowler, Kirk Herbstreit, and Holly Rowe. And Tennessee opening up as only a 4.5-point favorite. So MF, Tennessee, and Florida, not really an exciting game for our boys, Chris and Herbie.
Yeah, not an exciting game, no doubt about it. I totally agree with what you just said there. But at the end of the day, you got to handle your business. You got to play with what you got and handle the situation that you have. And I think at the end of the day, that's exactly what it's going to be. So, yeah, give me that. And I really got nothing more to add. So, yeah, Michael Bullock, Tennessee. I got the Volunteers to knock off Florida. It's yours.
Yeah, I got the Tennessee Volunteers knocking off Florida as well. So yeah, there's really nothing more to add to this. So it's your Florio.
Florida's season-long issue has been a subpar offense. One barely averaging 20 points a game. Save for a couple of bad days defensively, though, that unit has consistently been annoying. Tennessee wins, but maybe not painlessly. Tennessee wins 30-17 over Florida. 7:30 on the Big Ten Network. The number 21 Illinois Fighting Illini on the road against the Wisconsin Badgers from Camp Randall Stadium in Madison, Wisconsin. On the Big Ten Network, Rhett Lewis and Anthony Haran on the call. Illinois opening up as an 8.5-point favorite. So I believe this goes to Bullock. So Bullock, number 21 Illinois at Wisconsin.
Yeah, I think this should be a good one here. I mean, Wisconsin could make this one interesting, but I think Illinois will definitely pull away at the end. So give me the Fighting Illini to win this. So it's yours, Florio.
Yeah. I'm going. This is another one I don't really have a preview for. I'm sorry. But give Wisconsin credit. I mean, Wisconsin recently beat Washington at home. So that was their signature win. But I don't see them doing it against Illinois, though. This Illini team is the real deal. So I'm going to go with Illinois to win this one. I'm going to say 26-13. Give me Illinois over Wisconsin. MF, your thoughts?
Yeah. I'm in a total agreement here. I think it's gonna be I think you're absolutely right here, and I'm also in an agreement. I actually do have Illinois winning as well, and yeah, it's back to you, Anthony.
We close it out with 2 8 o'clock games. The first one, a good one. Good one in the Big 12. The number 11 BYU Cougars on the road against the Cincinnati Bearcats at Nippert Stadium in Cincinnati. And it'll be Jason Benetti, Robert Griffin III, and Alexa Landestoy on the call. And BYU opening up as a 2.5-point favorite. In all 4 previous road games against Big 12 competition, BYU has faced a double-digit deficit. After overcoming from the first 3, BYU could not recover during the last one opposite Texas Tech. Cincinnati at its best presents a similar danger, and the Bearcats will be plenty motivated coming off a crushing loss to Arizona. This is a very tough one to call. I mean, I know BYU is the favorite. I understand that, but the thing is, with this game being if this game was in BYU, I go BYU all day. But with this being in Cincinnati, I'm going to call for the upset. I'm going with Cincinnati to pull off the upset here. 30-27. Give me Cincinnati to upset BYU. MF, what do you think of that?
I could definitely see it. Look, Cincinnati, they've been playing good all year long. They did have a hiccup. And they've had a couple of hiccups along the way. Including, look, they've lost the last 2 in a row, including a loss to Arizona last week. That kind of ruined their season, to say the very least. Do I think that they can win the game? Absolutely. Do I think that it can will it happen? That we'll see. Who knows? But at the end of the day, I kind of feel like Cincy's they gotta show something. They gotta show us something here. At the end of the day, give me Cincinnati to win it. Yeah, really nothing more to say. I'm with you, Anthony. I think an upset's gonna happen. So, Michael Bullock, it's yours, my friend.
Yeah, I'm in agreement here. I think if the game was at BYU, I definitely go with the Cougars. With this being in Cincinnati, I agree. I think we're going to call for the upset here. So give me Cincinnati to beat BYU. So there's really nothing more to say except let's get into the final game of the night.
Final game of the night, the number 25 Arizona State Sun Devils on the road against the Colorado Buffaloes from Folsom Field in Boulder. This is on ESPN2. Mike Monaco, Kirk Morrison, and Dawn Davenport will be on the call. Arizona State opening up as a 7-point favorite. MF, who you got?
I gotta. In this game, Anthony, I'm gonna go with. Oh, hold on, if I can get it. Yeah. All right. So I was gonna say I'm gonna go with Arizona State. Let me see. Is it Arizona State I want to go with? Yes, I got Arizona State winning this game. I really feel like they have a good chance at it. So Arizona State wins it, and nothing more to say. Michael Bullock, it's yours.
Yeah, I got Arizona State winning this one as well. So you got the final say, Florio.
As I should. Let me see. Sorry, once again, limited preview here. It's been tough sledding for the Colorado Buffaloes and Coach Prime. I mean, after losing all that great talent, Shedeur Sanders and Travis Hunter, it's been a hard times year for them, and it's only going to get worse. I'm sorry, Coach Prime, but I got Arizona State winning this one, 31-23. Give me Arizona State over Colorado. And with that will put the bow on this edition of TXN Sports World College Football Thursday. We want to thank you all so very much for tuning in as always. We'll be back with you again tomorrow night, 10:30, right back here on the Tone 25 for the Week 12 edition of TXN Sports World NFL Friday, where we will be recapping Thursday Night Football, the Buffalo Bills and the Houston Texans. We'll also get into all the other games of week number 12. Of course, Saturday, as of now, we have the Cerebral Smack Talk over on MF channel for HK95 for TNA Impact and Friday Night SmackDown. Tuesday, we got Ridiculously Raw, Monday Night Raw on NXT. Wednesday, our annual football feast. Not just the 3 NFL games on Thanksgiving, but I also forgot to mention we're also going to be previewing Black Friday as well, and it's a beauty. The Chicago Bears against the Philadelphia Eagles. And then, of course, all of the exciting games, rivalry week. Of course, Ohio State and Michigan. That's the big one. And, of course, so many other exciting ones. The Battle of Georgia and Georgia Tech, Texas A&M and Texas, Arizona State, Ohio State, Michigan, Oregon and Washington, Miami and Pittsburgh, Vanderbilt and Tennessee, LSU and Oklahoma, the Iron Bowl, that and a whole lot more that we will address come Wednesday night for the football feast. So, and of course, next Thursday we will not have a show, obviously, because it's Thanksgiving holiday. So, yeah, so that's it. So until tomorrow night for NFL Friday, this is Anthony Florio here for good old MF Michael Fletcher, for Michael Bullock. And of course, in spirit, always and forever, our First Lady, Dee Dee Woodson. You know the routine, everybody. Thumbs up. Talk to you later. Yeah, throw it up, Fortune Forest style. Bye for now, my friends. God bless. Be good to each other. Have a blessed Friday. And then until tomorrow night, for NFL Friday, you've been watching the Week 13 edition of TXN Sports World College Football Thursday right here on the Tone 25 on YouTube and Streamy.com. For everybody who has been a part of this one for now, Anthony Florio. So long, and bye, everybody. Bye.